heck? It's Pride o'clock. I'm not anywhere close to ready. No. No. Definitely not. There we go. Right on time. Hi, I'm Brian from the Rockwell, and from all your friends at the museum, it's my pleasure to wish you a happy Pride. No matter how you're celebrating or who you're celebrating with, just remember the most important thing is to celebrate all that you are. Happy Pride, everybody.
Oh, thank you, Brian Wise-Hunt, Director of Rockwell Museum, for that incredible opening and for your inspiring leadership and humor and all you do for our local cultural community. Hello, everybody. Welcome. I'm Megan O'Toole. This is the Pride episode and celebration of FLX Gives Live tonight. And I'm coming to you from the Arts Council of the Southern Finger Lakes Gallery, where these phenomenal unicorns are upstaging me, and I mean that lovingly and in all senses of the word. They are the work of artists Tony Moretti and Gwen Quigley. They were commissioned by Corning Pride. They're puppets, and they're 20 pounds, and they were supposed to lead the parade this year, and they're going to lead the parade next year. So thank you to these artists. They're crow's nest artists who made these incredible puppets. Thank you, and I can't wait for all of you to experience them. Also, they are purposely of different skin tones so that we honor the Black Lives Matter movement as well through them. So I just have to say, this is such a special way for me personally to get to end this 9-week series for the summer, because it's impossible to measure the contributions and impact that the queer community has had on the global arts and culture we all experience, enjoy, and now more than ever, we seek solace due to COVID-19. So as a theater artist, I have often told myself that my art form is a safe zone and we're such allies, but I've been thinking about it, and are we really, and can't we do a bit better? I think we can. So I want to say right here, right now, I stand as a host of this platform, as a straight ally, as a theater artist, pledging to do more to ensure I do my part to speak up and help remove the barriers that have blocked queer arts and culture stories being celebrated on our main stages as prolifically as straight stories have been. I dedicate this to all my queer performing artist scene partners through the years who used your talents to tell the love stories of the straight, cisgendered portion of society, all the while most of you rarely or never being able to portray or celebrate your own queer life and your own queer love stories on stage. So cheers, cheers, cheers to you. Mad love to you. Happy Pride. I have work to do, and it's an honor to do that. And so happy Pride. And more on all of that when we see the scenes from my Pride Play project later in the broadcast. Right now, I want to welcome and have you all hear from our Corning Pride co-founders, and they're my guests tonight. Here they are, Hannah Jones, Amanda Lee, and Sarah Blagg. Hi, everybody. Cheers.
Cheers.
How is everyone? Yes, happy Pride. We all have different things. So we'll start with that. So Sarah, who are you celebrating with, or what's in your glass or your hand? Happy Pride.
Happy Pride, and in my hand I have a beautiful rainbow Pride-themed cupcake from Larabelle's, which is right across the street from me, actually, because I'm here in Card Carrying Books and Gifts on Market Street in Cornwall.
Fantastic, and welcome. Amanda, you're the one across the street, and thanks for hooking us up and probably making these.
Yes. Hello, everybody. I have on my plate, I have my rainbow cupcake with unicorns and hearts. Big shout out to Laura Bells for being such a welcoming space for queer folks, and just being an awesome leader in our community. This is a business that's really close to my heart, and it's run and owned by somebody that is a part of the community. So toasting to Laura Bells and its legacy.
Woohoo! Happy Pride. Hannah, coming to us from Lucky Hair Brewing.
Yes, I have, you guessed it, Lucky Hair in my glass. I have their cream ale called Cream Jeans, and I'm here at the facility. I actually have a special guest for everyone in a little bit.
Fantastic. This is so wonderful. Corning Pride's, your mission is to empower and support members of the LGBTQ plus community while advocating for equity in our entire region. And I thank you for being the leadership of that initiative here in town and in the region. And it was an absolute tipping point in our community last year. I can't say enough about how moving and inspiring the first Corning Pride was for myself, my whole family, and I know really, honestly, almost everyone I know in town. So, Hannah, can you just tell me more and tell us more of how and why you started Corning Pride?
Yes, I'd love to. So it started back when I was an educator for Planned Parenthood in Corning. And my boss at the time came to me and said, hey, she knew I was part of the queer community. And she said, is there anything to celebrate Pride around here? What goes on? Can we be involved? And I did a little research because I am a transplant. I have lived in this area for now almost 3 years, but I did some research and I talked to Sarah Blagg and I talked to Amanda and I figured out that, nothing big to celebrate who we are and also stand up for liberation was going on. So I went to them, and Amanda was a co-worker at the time, and Sarah was at Car Carrying, where she is right now. And I said, hey, you want to do this with me? I think we could pull something together and maybe have 50 folks come or so. And if people were there last year, we had more than 50. We had 2,000 about was the count. But that's how it really began. I just wanted to bring what I thought our community deserved, and I was blown away by how our community stepped up. And we'll hear a lot more about that during this episode.
We absolutely will. And yeah, we're still all thriving off that energy from last year. And a big part of that is how welcoming our town is. And we're actually going to hear from Mayor Boland, our Corning mayor right now, about his support of Pride in our community and all you've done.
Today we celebrate
Welcome,
the
Mayor
human
Boland.
spirit that lives in us all, a spirit no different from one to the other. Today we resolve to make a better way for us all through supporting others. Today we spread the joy that inclusion and acceptance promote. Today it is ours to judge injustice and insensitivity. Today it is ours to walk together, sharing our journey in kindness and respect. In this city, we recognize the challenges that our LGBTQ community confront to realize the fullness of their value in our collective life. To them, we wish liberation from prejudice and discrimination. For them, we pursue social equity, where they enjoy a fair start and an equal chance to realize dreams. In solidarity with them, we reflect on their frustrations and anxieties. As a people of this great crystal city, we are called to open our hearts and embrace each other, sharing our best selves to strengthen our common bonds. Let us, each of us, take personal responsibility to ensure others are brought into the vibrant civic life that is ours here in Corning. Let us engage differences in the pursuit of the common good. Let us be sensitive to the lives lived by others, and by our actions let us show our pride in being a community that says yes to everyone. Everyone wants to feel included. Everyone wants to feel accepted. Everyone wants to feel loved. In these truths, we commit the City of Corning to be inclusive, to be accepting, and to be loving, this day and for all days.
Cheers to that, Mayor Boland. Thank you so, so much. And tonight, for all of you out there with us celebrating, and I see your comments, keep them coming, our guest artists are the cast of Almost Maine. And this was a play that was to be performed this last weekend with the Corning Pride 2020 under my direction. And Almost Maine is a magical play about love and loss in a mythical town in northern Maine. And the northern lights appear in the sky often in this play. And when those lights appear, magical things happen to the very down-to-earth citizens of Almost. To them, this magic is ordinary and accepted, but to the audience, it's magical and it's unexpected. All folks need love, experience loss, and seek connection. We say and we feel the same things when our hearts are full or broken. So to stand with queer theater artists, I chose to cast the production to represent a rainbow of love relationships. And I want to say that this project is made possible in part with public funds from NISCA's decentralization program, administered regionally by the Arts Council of the Southern Finger Lakes. Thank you, thank you. And tonight you're going to see little tiny tastes of scenes. And we had to do them completely social distanced, meaning we were all in 4 separate spaces, trying to make it look like what it would be to be on stage and a live production for all of you. So please give a generous welcome to our actors and laugh and applaud so loud that we can feel it through the screen. And we're going to start with actors Sherry Page Rich and Kira Keeley, and for their scene called Getting It Back.
I want it back.
Huh?
I want it back.
What?
All the love I gave to you, I want it back.
What?
Now.
I don't understand.
I've got yours in the car.
What?
All the love that you gave to me, I've got it in the car.
What are you talking about?
I've made a decision. We're done.
What? What?
We're done. I've decided. And so I've brought back all the love that you gave to me. I'm going to give it back to you. It's the right thing to do. It's in the car.
You said?
I can get it for you, or you can get it.
Well, I don't want it.
Well, what am I supposed to do with it now that I don't want it?
Well, I don't know.
Well, under the circumstances, I don't really think it's right.
Under the circumstance, under what circumstance? Gail, what are you talking? I don't understand what you're.
Told you, I am bringing back the love that you gave to me, and I am going to give it back to you.
Well, I'm not sure. Whoa, hey, do you need some help?
No, I've got it. Not heavy. Here you go.
And this is?
All the love that you gave to me. Yeah.
Wow. That's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a whole lot.
Yeah.
Wow. And what the heck am I supposed to do with all this? I mean, I don't know that I have the room.
Well, I guess you're just going to have to find a place for it, won't you?
Bravo,
Hi everybody,
bravo.
It's Ian and Tony from Lucky Hair Brewing Company, and we just wanted to say that, it sucks that we can't celebrate with you this month, but, we're aging a whole batch of glitter for next year's big celebration in Corning. And
Sparky Rainbow Unicorn is coming back next year, no doubt.
bigger, better than ever.
Yeah, I certainly hope so.
Yeah, gotta hope so. We've already made it once, so
Yeah.
it should be better.
Yeah, but we send all of our support to everybody who's out there working for Pride.
Yep.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Hey everybody, this is Eric from Liquid Shoes Brewing here at Corning, New York, and I just want to give a quick shout out to Corning Pride and all the events that are going on. I want everybody to be safe, whether you're virtually doing this or in person. And, you know, if you need anything for home, stop by and see us.
Thank you, guys. And I need to say really quick that I need to thank Elmira Little Theater for their generous sponsorship of Almost Maine for Corning Pride. So thanks so much, guys. That was fun, and welcome Tony from Lucky Hair. I can't wait to hear more about what you guys have been doing for Corning Pride and for the greater community. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Hello. There's currently a global collaboration beer is being made by hundreds and hundreds of breweries all over the world now, called Black is Beautiful, and we've decided to participate in that collaboration. So 100% of the proceeds of that beer are going to the part of it is going towards Corning Pride, and the other part is going towards the national bailout. And so you can see that be released in just a couple weeks. We've just brewed it and it's fermenting away.
Oh, it's such a cool initiative. Thank you. And gorgeous label.
Yes.
So it's a stout. What's it taste like?
I'm sorry. Yeah, it's a stout. It's going to be about 10% alcohol, and it's literally just to support everything that's going on right now. Since we couldn't have a physical Pride this year, we definitely wanted to help contribute in any way we could. We'd love to help contribute, especially to this event, because it is so close to home, and it's just such a wonderful, wonderful thing that we can do to help uplift the voices of people who are marginalized, and help encourage people to continue the conversation, get out there and vote, and just show the support of the love that we all have for each other.
Cheers, cheers, cheers. Thank you, Tony. And thank you,
Thank
Lucky
you.
Hair. Yeah, great. And as I said, the London Gentlemen, I can't wait, to come up and hang out at the lake on your deck and your other outdoor places. Locals, if you haven't been, non-locals, it's another reason to book a trip here when it's safe to come check out Lucky Hair and all of our incredible artists and makers in the area, especially of craft beverages. We got plenty of that, and it's awesome.
Of course.
Thank you so much for being here. And Hannah, I wanted to ask you again, what are some other ways, like Lucky Hair is doing, but how can people get involved and with Pride, and how can we all be better allies?
Yeah, thanks, Megan. So a lot of questions are coming up about how to be an ally with Black Lives Matter, protest, and Pride, with our roots beginning with Black trans folks protesting at Stonewall. I heard someone speak about it very well the other day. To be an ally, it is not only about posting on media. That's part of it, but it's not all of it. You need to do the work, right? Show up by protesting, show up by educating yourself, but also what are you doing in your personal life to have those conversations, to call out racism, to call out homophobia? And at your organizations, are you making intentional space for people of color at the table, for queer folks at the table? We at Corning Pride are always open to having a conversation about allyship and how to continue our growth as a community, but also as the United States and as nationally. We always want to help you grow. Always reach out to us via our social media platforms on Facebook or Instagram, both Corning Pride at Corning Pride. People look for ways to get involved right now. I hope you're planning on voting, as Tony said, educating yourself and changing behaviors in your everyday lives. You can see places like Lucky Hair, like Liquid Shoes, like Laura Bell's getting involved with their businesses and making room for queer folks at the table. And I hope you're doing that with your business, but also personally. We also will hopefully have volunteer opportunities actually, a little bit of a secret. Megan told us she'd be our first volunteer to hold the unicorn puppets next year. So join Megan and be a volunteer. But just pay attention to things coming up. Yeah. Sorry,
I'm seriously looking forward to it. Oh no, I'm like, I didn't know I could even announce it. I can't wait to actually get my hands on them. They're just the best, and thank you for that. And that's part of the future for Corning Pride next year. But do you have anything else real quick you want to shout out about what the future holds?
Yeah, so behind me, you can't read it. I'll actually read it later. Yeah, I'll actually read it later later in the show. But that's a yard sign that we have created at Corning Pride, and I just got them in today. I was super excited because I just got them in for the show, and we're selling them. And all of the proceeds are going to CORE, Color of Reform and Empowerment in Elmira. We're meeting with them this week, and we're super excited to do this with them and to celebrate Black Lives Matter with them. We've been showing up to protest and in different ways personally, but this way is a way that we can intersect our organizations in the community. So please reach out to us. We will have more information out on that soon. And also just go out yourself to these protests and be safe. But of course, we're going to have more youth programming with the hopes that we can move in person, and just keep an eye out for all of that and the growth of Corning Pride, because we will need those volunteers and your support.
Oh, I'm excited, and I'm excited for the sign. I want one. You can order me one right away.
They're all in my car. I got them.
Awesome. Thank you, Tony and Lucky Hair. I will be up soon. And thank you, Hannah. And please give a warm welcome to our next guest artists, Mitchell Hurricane Smith and Randy Cornell with the second scene from Almost Maine. This is called Heart.
Sweating like oh God.
What? What's wrong?
Oh, my heart.
What? Are you okay?
Oh, my heart.
What?
You have my heart.
I what?
In that bag. It's in that bag.
Oh.
Please, give it back, please. It's my heart. I need it. Please.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm sorry. Did you just say that your heart is in that bag? Is that what you said, that your heart is in that? It's heavy.
I guess.
Thank you, Mitchell and Randy. And that's a small little segment of the scene that they did for actually the fundraiser, the Rainbow Effect for Pride. We did that, back in January, right? Hi, Amanda, welcome.
Yeah. Hello.
Toast cupcakes. Actually, true confessions, I was hungry. And my son ate the frosting and I ate the bottom part, and it was great.
It's okay. I already ate mine in between. So.
They're delicious. And again, thanks for Laura Bell's hosting you tonight and for all they do. And tell us more about that and what you do and how you got involved in Corning Pride and with the queer community.
Yeah, thanks, Megan. So I'd say my first real experience working directly with the LGBTQ plus community was during an internship with the Sexual Assault Resource Center. Actually, funny enough, under my internship supervisor, Sarah Blagg. Part of my internship experience was creating activities for the LGBTQ youth group there. And as soon as I was able to do that, I fell in love. I loved being with them. I loved learning from them. And I really grew deeply involved with how the community was treating them and what their daily struggles were, if they did have any. Back then, I knew my values to be really strongly based in equality and advocating for it, but it was really those youth that lit that fire in me, and I'm really grateful for them in that. I was also, as Hannah said, I was also employed as an educator at Planned Parenthood. And through that experience, I was able to build relationships with the Chemung County Safe Zones group, which is an amazing group of kids. Kim Stanton does wonderful work down there. So I was able to keep learning and to keep investing and seeing what I could do to help the community. And then, of course, Hannah came to me and was like, hey, you wanted to help with Pride? I was like, sure, why not? And the rest is it's downhill from there. So I'm really grateful for all the experiences from, the LGBTQ youth group with Sarah to the Safe Zones youth group to working with Pride. I'm just so grateful for everything that I've learned and that I continue to learn with them.
They are incredible, and I'm so glad you shouted out Kim Stanton because I know she does great things down in Chemung County, and it radiates farther than just there. And they've done some really neat projects. If you're out there, Kim, put it in the chat. All the great videos and things and wonderful things you've done. So, what are some of the other things and ways we can be allies, and that you are just really excited about for Corning Pride, Amanda?
Yeah, so to kind of comment on what Hannah said, allies come in different ways, and there's different definitions for what an ally can be to different people. To me, as a white, cis, hetero ally, it means a lot of learning and educating myself, but other straight, cis people around me too, and actually wanting to do that learning. It's about listening and empowering queer voices that have often been silenced or completely ignored or left out of the conversation. It means speaking up when you hear homophobic, biphobic, transphobic jokes or statements and calling those people out. And it also means standing up to racist, sexist, and ableist comments too. Being an ally means supporting your queer friends and family members. It means being mindful of certain situations in which things could get uncomfortable. It means using their correct pronouns and names and making the effort to use their correct pronouns and names and not putting the blame on them for your mess ups. And it's also apologizing when we mess up and committing to doing better. Being an ally is a 24/7 job, and we need more allies here in our community, because if we have the power and privilege, then we need to use it. To kind of go back on what you're, yes, I have a water bottle, but but for Corning Pride, for Corning Pride, I'm just most excited about, I'm just most excited about how it's already changed our community. I feel like the festival changed our town and started those necessary conversations in Corning and its neighboring towns and cities, and how we can be more LGBTQ friendly and supportive and welcoming. I really can't wait to see what kind of relationships we build across the Southern Tier to make a really strong network of support and safety for our queer community and our youth. Every person has the right to feel safe and welcomed and loved. And we won't stop until that's the feeling and the commitment that's shared by everybody in our community. So thank you, Megan, for allowing me to have this time.
Thank you for allowing me to share your wonderful initiative. And you guys have been so open and incredible when I came to you last year and said, please, oh my gosh, this is where we should add some theater and make it people stay overnight and stay all weekend. And so I'm excited too for it to grow and grow and grow. And tonight to just be here together as much as we can. And I think it's fun. I see a lot of people having a good time. We're about to hear from another supportive business in town, Dr. Kara. And then we're going to see another scene with Patrick Anderson and Kira Keeley. The actors have more than one role they play. They play several citizens in the show. And not everybody was able to record a scene. So sadly, shout out to two of my actors, Stephen Rice and Angela Daniels. We love you, and your spirit are in these scenes. And everybody stay tuned to see them at another portion, another time. But anyways, this is Sad and Glad with Patrick Anderson, Kira Keeley, and Mitchell Hurricane Smith again after we talk to Dr. Kara.
Hi everyone, Dr. Kara here from Carpella Chiropractic. On behalf of all the providers at 66 East Market Street, we'd like to wish you a happy, healthy, and safe Pride Month. Have fun, everyone.
Here, have a seat.
Oh no, Jimmy, I can't.
Oh, come on. I haven't seen you in, well, months. And
I
months
know.
and months and months and months and months and months. How does that happen? Live in the same town as someone and never see them.
I don't know.
I mean, I haven't seen you since that night before that morning when I woke up and you were just gone.
Yeah,
Look at you two tucked away in the corner back here. Well, luckily I found you. Is the man and his lovely lady ready for another round?
Sure. Well,
No, we're not together.
well,
We're all set, thanks.
okay. Yeah, we're good.
All set. All set.
Okay. Just holler if you need anything.
Thanks.
No, really. You've got to holler. It's crazy. It's busy up front.
Okay.
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 So, here with anybody or?
Yeah, the girls.
Oh, yeah.
We, girls' night. We're in the front. Actually, I was just using the ladies' room, so I really ought to get back to them.
Oh, but I haven't seen you. That's all right without you for a minute or two. So what's been going on? What you been up to?
Well,
Did you know that I took over my dad's business?
Yeah, that's great.
I run it now. I'm
I
running
heard that.
it. Running the business, running the whole show. The whole shebang.
Congratulations. That's
Thanks,
great.
yeah.
Good for you.
We
Good
still
for
do
you.
heating and cooling, and we've expanded too. We do rugs now. We shampoo them.
Oh.
It's a lot of work, I'm on call a lot. Weekends, holidays, you name it. Because your heat goes, people die. It's serious.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I do Thanksgiving and Christmas, because I let the guys who work for me, like East helps with repairs sometimes, I let them have the day off so they can be with their families since, since I'm all alone this year.
Oh.
Yeah, I really don't have anybody anymore, really. My brother and sister got canned, so they left town.
Right.
And mom and dad retired, headed south. Vermont.
I heard that. Oh.
Yeah, winters there are a lot easier. And then, I don't know if you heard, but then Spot went and died on me.
Oh, Jimmy, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was old. It was his time. He was a good fish, though. But, so, like I said, I really don't have anybody anymore, really. And so, I was wondering, would you like to come over? It'd be fun. Catch up, hang out.
Oh,
and
Jimmy,
I forgot to tell you, Friday night special at the Moose Patty, drink free if you're sad. So if you're sad, or if you two lovebirds are ready for another couple of buds, or something, just let me know, all right?
No, we're not together.
Okay.
Okay.
So, what do you say? Want to come over? Just for fun.
No, Jimmy, I can't. I really got to get back with the girls.
No!
No, Jimmy, no. I gotta, cause see, oh gosh, I've been meaning to tell you this for a while, but I got a guy. Jimmy, there's a guy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Jimmy's heart. and Spot the fish was a good fish.
Yeah. Also, like, good for her for, standing up for herself and, like, sticking to her guns. So, yeah.
That's right. She was trying to be as compassionate as possible. I think that a lot of people have experienced that in a bar or some strange place they run into somebody.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I love that scene. I've loved all of them tonight. I'm so excited that everyone is getting to get a glimpse of Almost Maine.
Yeah, just a tiny bit, and we're going to see, what's next and how's next. And it's been a challenge and an adventure as a theater artist. But it's also, I think the cast would say, it felt good to do what we do and try to do it in this very strange new way with green screens. Shout out to GrayCat, who makes this platform look amazing. They also made Almost Maine look incredible too. So. Again, we just are rich with artists and talent in the area all around, technical and otherwise. So you, Sarah, and I came to you and thank you last year. I said, do you know this play? And I'd like to inclusive cast it. And would you jump in or can I jump in? And you were so wonderful and saying yes. So I want to say thank you on behalf of the whole cast and myself for that.
Absolutely.
And you have had a long history here in Corning and with small businesses, and tell me a little bit more about that and about Pride.
I have. I've worked for and with small businesses here in Corning for over 10 years now, and I'm so excited that they are included in Corning Pride. I knew they would want to be involved for the weekend last year for a Pride Festival, and I worked really hard to figure out ways that would be appropriate and easy for small businesses to be involved as well. Because small businesses aren't, they don't have access to a ton of money. They have less employees. They have less time. They're so often just a one-person show that I wanted to come up with different ways that they could be involved that would work for them specifically. So the fact that last year we were able to do a Market Street scavenger hunt and utilize the square and the park, I was so excited to see how many of them got involved and opted to have rainbow wind socks outside their business that day.
Yeah, it was just so wonderful. The love was palpable, and the energy was so positive on the sidewalks, in the businesses. And I was a small business owner on this street as well, and I know how hard it can be. And it was, and I know I heard from a lot of business owners how it was a positive day for them. Sales and everything else just buoyed everybody's spirits all around, and they can't wait for next year, right?
Yeah. The feedback about energy is something that we heard a lot of. A lot of small businesses saying that they couldn't believe the energy on the sidewalk and just walking down the street, and to see so many people packed in Riverside Park for these performances by our local LGBTQ members all day. It was a really incredible day. And I love that we have a strong local small business community and that they want to be involved.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you for understanding what it is, and that it's not that they don't want to be involved sometimes, it's just that the resources can make it hard. And so I love that you approach them in that respectful way. And I think that's also why you get the response to the event. We had so much fun at a small business, the Cellar, for the Rainbow Effect fundraiser. I can't believe that was actually this year. So much has gone on.
Yeah. That was only in January. It feels like a decade ago.
It was a different world. It was such a great event. And the concept, was that yours, where we all were assigned a color? And
I think we kind of based it was like a version of a black and white party. But instead, obviously, we didn't just want to stick with black and white. We wanted to have all the colors. And we used the colors of the sort of traditional pride flag, where each color does have a meaning that was assigned to it by the original maker of the flag. So we tried to dole them out evenly, and we wanted people to get creative and be comfortable. We didn't want to, oh, look, that's the sea mom this year. It makes me so happy. We wanted people to have some freedom in what they wanted to wear at the fundraiser, because Pride is about celebration and support and revolution. And we want people to feel confident in showing their pride. So yeah, that's another great shot from last year during one of the drag performances.
It was. And, talk about leadership and making everybody feel confident and safe to do so. We're, the world headquarters of Corning Glass, Corning Inc. is right here. And to see the rainbow flag flown at their headquarters last year for the entire weekend, and I think it was the whole month this year or almost, and that lets everybody know, and they set an example, and I just hope they know that we're all inspired by it and grateful for it. And thank you for leadership and representation, using your power and your influence so positively. Again, another reason why we are just so lucky and fortunate, and appreciate all our leaders and the Corning Museum of Glass. That was a beautiful shot there too.
Yeah. It's really tremendous when a company as large and as influential as Corning Incorporated is willing and able to fly the rainbow flag and, visually prove that they are supportive and inclusive, and that they are encouraging for those people who are members of the LGBTQ community.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, cheers to them and to that. And to you, Sarah. You don't have a glass, but you have, I need to see your special trick.
Okay. Oh, well, I still have some of my cupcakes.
Oh, you have your cupcake. Oh, you're going to do your other trick later.
Oh, I do. Oh, no, I can do that now.
Okay. Oh, fantastic. And I believe it was a birthday gift from two talented people we've seen on the broadcast, Mitchell Hurricane Smith and his wonderful husband, Brian Weisenhunt. And I didn't say his name right in the beginning. Thank you for catching that for me. So fantastic people and so forth. So cheers to you and to them, and thank you. We are now, I believe, going to see another scene with Jeffrey Matthews this time and Randy Cornell, and it's a scene from Almost Maine called They Fell.
I had to drive her to the emergency room.
Oh, that's a drive.
38 miles.
Yep.
And she cried.
Oh, I hate that.
The whole way. Then when we got there, she asked me to call her old boyfriend to come get her.
No.
He did. Asked me to please leave. He's small as she is. What?
That's just, it's pretty bad.
Yep.
And sad.
Yup.
Oh, so I guess you win.
Yup.
That there might make you the big winner of all time.
Yep.
Baddest date guy of all time.
Yep.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So, what do you pick for tomorrow night?
Bowling, supper at the Snowmobile Club, a couple of beers at Moose Patty's. Just hang out.
Good.
What?
I don't know. I just don't know why I bother going out. I don't like it, Randy. I hate it. I hate going on these dates. Why do I want to spend my Friday night with some girl I might maybe like when I could be spending it with someone I know I like you,
Yeah.
I mean, it was rough tonight. In the middle of Sally telling me she didn't like the way I smelled, I got real sad.
Oh,
and
buddy.
All I could think about was how not much in this world makes me feel good or makes sense anymore. And there's got to be something that makes you feel good or at least makes sense in this world, or what's the point? Am I right?
Yeah.
Then I kind of came out of being sad, and I actually felt okay because I realized that there is one thing in this world that makes me feel good and that does make sense. And it's you.
Oh, thank you, Jeff and Randy. And oh, don't break his heart. And if you, when we get to do that entire production, you get to see how all these magical stories twist and turn out, and they do not disappoint in so many ways. I hope everyone is loving it out there. Please say and shout out to the cast, and I can see the cast is out there. So proud of you guys. And again, to GrayCat for putting 3 green screens in 3 different spaces and headsets on me and everybody trying to figure out where stage left actually is when the camera isn't in a mirror anymore. It was a blast, and there's another one we'll get to experience here in a bit. But I wanted to thank everybody who's donated over these last 8 episodes to FLXgives.org. And all of you have given 17 local organizations, nonprofit initiatives here in the Finger Lakes, over $1,571. And I know that more giving was done directly to organizations, like over to their website or what have you, and not through FLXgives.org. My heart is so full. Thank you. Thank you for being generous in viewing, being generous in giving, and just everything about who you are. And can't say enough. And if you have the ability and time, Pride is actually on FLXgives.org, and you can go over and donate directly to them. And I think we'll put that up in the chat for you to make sure you have it direct link. Anyways, I'm distracted by the unicorns. Anyone else? I just keep looking at them. But anyway, it's just a pleasure. And I can't wait to check in, because Lyle wanted to just say happy Pride to everybody. And then we're going to see the magnificent Jean Coons, cast member of Almost Maine, and Kira Keeley again. She got all her scenes filmed and great work. So let's check in with them and their scene called Seeing the Thing.
Okay, this is it. You're in. You're inside.
This is the porch.
It's winterized. So, Ave, what? What you got to do in here that you couldn't do outside?
Well, I got something here for you.
What's this?
Here. It's. Boy, that was fun today, Rhonda.
Yeah,
I'm 20 miles out there and beans and franks at the snowmobile club and 20 miles back and some beers at the Moose Patty.
Awesome.
and boy, man, you flew on that new sled of yours.
It's a Polaris, man.
I know, and you whooped my butt.
Yeah, that's what you get for riding an Arctic Cat. You get your butt whooped, and I whooped it.
I know.
Whooped your butt.
I know.
Whooped it. I whooped your butt, Arctic Cat lady.
I know. I'm not saying you didn't.
You're not ever beating the Snowmobile Association Snowmobile of the Year, you know.
I know.
That was fun.
Yeah. Oh, so this, well, we've been together now.
Together?
Well.
Together? Like, what are you talking about together?
Well, we've been friends for quite a few years now.
Well,
and well,
what?
And here.
What are you doing here, man?
Open it.
Oh, I don't know about this.
Open it.
Well, what is it?
What do you mean, what is it? Can't you see what it is?
Well, it's a picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a painting.
Yeah.
Well, where'd you get it? It looks homemade.
What do you mean it looks homemade?
Well, it looks like somebody really painted it.
I really did paint it.
Wait, did you paint this?
Yeah.
For me?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey everybody, happy Pride. This is Dusty here from Card Carrying Books and Gifts. I want to thank you for your support of our bookstore and wish you the best celebration, the best, most optimistic, exciting month of the year so far. Card carrying is always a safe place for every member of our community, full of support and resources. And although we can't celebrate this year the way that we hoped to, Corning Pride has done a phenomenal job of getting together some alternative plans. So I hope you're checking out all of those announcements as well. To be sure, we find ourselves right now in the midst of so much activism and turmoil and anger, and these things can be scary and they can be dangerous, but they are also opportunities for progress. And I really think that if we work together and support each other in this quest for greater equality and greater opportunity and fair and equal treatment under the law, we're gonna continue to make this place we live in better every year than it was the year before. So again, happy Pride from Card Carrying. We love you. We hope you have a great month, and we can't wait to see you out on the streets, showing your pride in every way possible.
Excuse me, bad time for a cough. Thank you so much. Thank you to Jean and to Kira for that great scene. That one gets just funnier and funnier and funnier. I can't wait for everybody to get to see it sometime. But thank you to all of you. And I want now to give you the floor to thank everyone, like Card Carrying and those others that have done just so much.
Yeah.
Who wants to start?
I'll go first. I really want to take this time to thank our incredible cultural partners, the Corning Museum of Glass, the Rockwell Museum, the Arts Council, obviously where Megan is filming, as well as all the small businesses who go out of their way to fit their support for Corning Pride into their schedules. They are open allies, incredibly supportive. Even this year, we wanted to make sure that you knew which small businesses on Market Street and in Corning are supportive of the mission to uplift the voices of people who are LGBTQ. So they have their rainbow windsocks outside. So thank you to all the small businesses for the Rainbow Effect fundraiser back in January. We had such great, incredible support from various breweries and wineries around the Finger Lakes region. And we're really, really grateful and appreciative to all of them.
Yes, indeed. Amanda, you next?
Yeah. Yeah, I just want to take a minute to thank the Corning Pride board members for your advisement and your commitment to Corning Pride's mission. To the Pride Council members, which Sarah shouted out a lot of you, the Corning Museum of Glass, the Rockwell, the Arts Council, but also our youth, Harley and Max. Thank you for all your work and commitment to Corning Pride. We want to thank the Community Foundation for trusting in our mission and vision, to Connie and the Arts Council for being our fiscal sponsor, the Incubator Works for their amazing advisement in this process of starting the festival and moving towards becoming a nonprofit. And lastly, thank you to Allie Payne and Wink 106 for promoting everything that we're doing virtually this whole entire month. So thank you, everyone.
That's great. Thank you, Wink 106. Scott and Allie. Hannah, are you ready?
I am ready. So I'm going to end our episode when Megan and we were planning all of this. She said, usually we end with local poetry, and we wanted to represent the LGBTQ community in a way of our roots like I spoke about earlier. Our roots come from Black trans folks who have protested and who fought for liberation. So we thought it would be the right thing to end our episode with a Marsha P. Johnson quote. It's actually the quote that is on the sign behind me. And Marsha said, "No pride for some of us without liberation for all of us." And that Corning Pride stands with Marsha P. Johnson and every person of color and every queer folk and everyone in our community.
Incredible. Thank you so much. It's an absolute honor to host you guys here and to get to showcase all you've done. And thank you. Thank you for really changing our community or letting us show who we really are.
Thank you, Megan.
Thank you,
Cheers,
Megan.
cheers. And shout out Liquid Shoes. Love the blonde. Come get more, guys. Oh, wow. There it is. My favorite word. Wow. So thank you again. Pride, the Arts Council, the Community Foundation. These are everyone. And you hear their names again and again because they help so many. They do so much in our community. I'd like to thank Elmira Little Theater. Thank you again. The sponsorship and listening and saying yes when I said I want to produce this independently and direct it, and I'm going to do all these things for Pride, and they said yes and gave me much needed sponsorship and support, and are continuing to do so. Thank you, Elmira Little Theater, my first artistic home here. Clemens Center, GrayCat, again, all that you've done, all of the local cultural institutions and leaders and amazing artists that have been featured and shared work over these last now 9 episodes. This is it. This is viewers and friends and all of us. This is FLX Art and artists, and we're an amazing creative community and economy, and we're immersed in our local initiatives, organizations, and independent businesses. We care, we share, we lift each other up and reach out to our entire region with hope and pride for the future health, well-being, and prosperity of the Finger Lakes as a whole. And I just want to thank you, all the individual artists, cultural organizations, art leaders, for collaborating here, for saying yes and to this crazy idea at such a difficult time in our global history. You showed up, you shined your light to comfort and connect our region while personally experiencing all the harsh impact that COVID has had on our creative industry, our arts and culture sector. You inspire me. So thank you again. I know it wasn't a perfect process, but I hope it brought you closer and the big sense of community and hope that it provided, I know, for myself and viewers. And I just had the idea, but you were already doing all of this as a community. You were collaborating and supporting one another. And all I've done with FLX Gives Live is reflect and magnify who you all are and all that you guys do. So simply put, FLX Gives Lives is what it is because you are who you are. Thank you. Thank you, FLX artists. Stay strong, stay compassionate and passionate, and keep making art. And so this is our final episode of this pilot program. I do hope that we can come back to you in the fall as a monthly continued arts advocacy and variety show that employs artists and brings hope across all of our region. And thanks again, everybody. Cheers. Happy Pride. Love these unicorns. Walk by the gallery on Market Street for the Arts Council and come take a look at them a little bit closer. I know that they're opening, and many of our museums and cultural organizations are starting to get to open their doors again. For all of us performing artists out there, stay strong, stay connected. We're going to keep finding our way. Thank you. Hope I didn't forget anybody because my love is just boundless. Thank you. Thank you. Good night, everybody. Happy Pride. Like, subscribe, and share. Like, subscribe.